Alright y'all, before we get started in today's video, I just want to talk to you guys for a quick second. What you gotta say, Phil? What you gotta say?
Prepare for a gap.
Oh my god, we're about to run it back again. We're gonna do a little roll on a privately closed road today. I saw a couple comments. It hurt my soul, it hurt my heart to lose to Phil. Alright, it hurt my heart to lose in the Ranger because I love this truck so much. But I feel like I was taken advantage of. I feel like I was taken advantage of by Phil.
You got every advantage in the world. Rear wheel drive, radial, turbo, automatic.
Long ass gear.
Manual, front wheel drive. It has every disadvantage.
You know what disadvantage I have?
What?
Is you're a driver and clearly I'm not. Mr. .03. Mr. .03. Alright, so I saw a couple comments. It broke my heart. Someone's like, I don't want to win that Ranger because it lost to Phil. So Phil and I are going to run it back. We had this set up before. We are going to run it back. The truck was just out of its element. This truck's set up to run on the street. I got this giveaway going on right now. If you guys aren't up to speed with it, this right here is my 94 Turbo LS Swap Ranger. It's on stock computer. It's got an 80mm force induction turbo, a BPF turbo kit. It's got METH injection. It's got two-step. It's got TH400 and an 8.8 rear with a spool in it. It sits nice. It rides good. It was my daily driver for about a week or so. It's right now it makes about 700 horsepower, but it's set up for the street. It's got a real long gear and a pretty tight converter because I cruise around 75. I'm getting places with it. But it's an awesome little truck and I'm giving it away. All you guys have to do, just like my previous giveaways, is go to lsnasty.com. It's the first link in the description below. I got a bunch of shirts, a bunch of hats, I got some stickers, everything up there. Every item you purchase is an entry to win. So you buy 2 shirts, that's 2 entries. You buy a shirt and a hat, that's 2 entries. You buy 1 shirt, that's 1 entry. I keep it pretty simple. I do a bunch of stuff throughout the period of the giveaway. I add some new shirts, I add some new hats. We just added a new No Time Pro Tree hat, which I did double entry yesterday. We'll do the No Time Pro Tree shirt. We'll do that double entry today, so I might as well. I just like to give you guys the opportunity to win this truck. You're not gonna win this truck if you don't have your name in the hat. So one thing I pride myself on is providing a great product. I try to really put out a good video, and with the apparel stuff I try to put out good looking shirts and comfortable shirts. All of the shirts are next level. They're not like, this is just like a heavy ultra cotton t-shirt Gildan. All my shirts are next level. They're extremely comfortable. They hold up really good in the wash. They're all screen printed. None of them are ironed on. I really try my best. I should be selling shirts for $25 to $26, but I understand times are tough. People need to be looking good to feel good. So my shirts they're about 20 bucks a shirt. The hats are really good, all embroidered hats. So I just try to give a quality product. So you can go to lsnasty.com, check it out. I got like 2 new shirts in my back pocket and I'm waiting to release them when the time is right. But right now we'll do double entries on the No Time Pro Tree shirts, which are by far my favorite design we've ever done. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Get your entries to win the Turbo LS Swap Ranger and hope everyone has a great day. Alright y'all, welcome back to another video here on the John Doc YouTube channel. We are doing work today. Logan, say what up.
What up?
What are we doing today?
About to put the motor in the black sheep and
What's going on with the bad apple?
get a new turbo kit and some more alcohol.
Turbo kit, alcohol. We got a bunch of stuff going on and we're just getting a bunch of work done. You guys just saw the video yesterday of picking up the black sheep motor from TKM and we are getting it all dressed up to go in the car. One really cool thing we got, I mentioned it in yesterday's video, I got another set of T&D rocker arms. So these heads that I got are originally for my little 5.3 deal, that world record stock block deal. It is solid roller, so I went with like a steel. It's upgraded for the rocker arms, a steel rocker arm. This is hydraulic roller, and I'm running both sets of heads. Dart hooked me up with another set of heads. These are the Dart Pro 1 heads, so need another set of rocker arms. So my boy over at T&D hooked me up, and we got, let's see here. These are the aluminum, almost dropped it, oh, well, saved it, all right. These are the aluminum rocker arms. So as you can see, slightly different. The steel is a little bit stronger, but the aluminum is, as you can see, it's more girthy.
That's nasty.
So we're gonna make this switch here, and we're gonna put the steel ones back on the solid roller deal. T&D makes some awesome rocker arms. Sheldon is who I deal with up there, and they're an absolutely amazing company. Super easy to deal with. I mean, as far as rocker arms go, I think they make the best product. Their customer service is unbelievable and their turnaround time is great. So if you guys need rocker arms, I definitely hit up the guys at T&D. Sheldon there takes care of me every time. So I actually got another set of T&D rocker arms getting made for my solid roller blower motor for the Colorado. So we got motors everywhere. We're going to switch these out. once we get the engine in the car and start getting things bolted down. So we got the crank trigger wheel on there. We got the cam sensor, the HOLLEY cam pickup in there. We got the flex plate on there. We got our Motion Raceworks lift plate so we can put it in, and we're very close to having it in there. So that's what we got going on the Black Sheep. I know a lot of you guys are here for the Ford content. We are LS Nasty, but we do rep 8.2 deck Nasty, and we even have a 9.5 deck Nasty car in the building. It's a Corvette. You guys know that. We got that 9.5 deck swapped C5 Corvette. Absolutely killer. So I am branching off to another brand. We have LS Nasty, 8.2 deck Nasty, and 9.5 deck Nasty for all my Ford guys. So be on the lookout. We'll have some stuff with that here shortly. But sticking with the 8.2 deck stuff, we are over here with the Bad Apple. Jason is doing a turbo kit on it, and we're just changing it up mainly because we are going to alcohol. So when we go to alcohol, we lose one major factor. We don't need to run an intercooler. So this turbo kit was built around running an intercooler, so we felt that if we were going to go to single turbo alcohol, it'd be easier to just take that turbo kit off. And now we have it if anyone wants to buy it. I mean, it's a great turbo kit that runs 470s on 8.2 deck motor and all steel, all glass Fox body, so you know it works. And we just made a new one. So, I mean, it's that simple. Jason's working on that now. So if you guys are interested, all my Ford guys out there, if you have an 8.2 deck Fox body and you want a turbo kit, it's set up. I'll sell you the whole thing with intercooler. I probably sell the wastegate and blow-off valve too. I mean, we're not reusing the same wastegate and blow-off valve, are we? We got new ones.
Yeah, we got new ones.
We got new ones. So yeah, we'll sell it all. I mean, just hit me up, send me a message on Instagram, we'll get it gone. Set up to run the intercooler in like the floorboard of the passenger seat, and then runs right through the firewall, and you just put like an elbow on it backwards. And you message me, we'll get you hooked up and get you what you need. So if we go over here, Jason's got it going on. We got the motor hidden. One big change you guys will see is we got a Wilson Manifolds 4500 billet throttle body. That's a brand new one that's all blacked out, and it's a monster. It is massive, and it looks pretty good. We got it paired up with the 105 Wilson throttle body, V-banded, and then we got a pretty healthy size turbo here. Going to alcohol, we decided to...
76.
Is that what... I thought it was a 74. I don't know. It's
got a big backside.
Should we tell them what it actually is?
98.
98? All right, 98. There it is. Logan just giving it away that quick. We got a 98, another Force Inductions 98 on here. You can kind of see it peeking through the front there. Yeah, streetcar. This one here has got the sweat blades on it. This is his new one, so a little bit different than the 98 that we have on the Black Sheep. But Jason, talk to me a little bit what we got going on here. Alcohol turbo kit's a lot different than a gasoline turbo kit. Don't need to run an intercooler. A lot simpler for a fab man. What do you think?
A lot simpler, a lot less weight. To me personally, it's the best bang for your buck. The only problem here is you gotta take the hit on the injector.
Yes.
You know, unless you go 16 injectors.
Which is I don't know. I'm not sold on doing the 16 injectors. Me personally, I'd rather just run a billet atomizer. But we are dealers for billet atomizer, so it's not that big of a deal for us to go to billet atomizer. We're cool with that. So we lost intercooler, which is a big weight drop. We lost the ice tank for the intercooler.
Alone like 44 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, it was a beast, but it did a great job cooling. So we lost the intercooler, we lost the ice tank, we lost the fuel cell in the back because we're going to put a smaller fuel cell up front, and we lost the radiator and water pump.
So it's worked out good for us because we needed some more weight on the front now. So we'll pull all that weight out the back, put a small fuel cell in the front. So,
and I think that
mid-car, you know,
the turbo is a little bit further forward than the last one, so that should...
That's going to help.
Yeah,
so
that should help.
I'm hoping to get the percentage out here a little more.
The car was...
Try it on the short stroke shocks and see what happens.
So explain to the people what you mean by short stroke shock. For all the Fox body guys out there.
They're only a 5-inch stroke shock, which is a common factor for a Fox body car.
Define 5-inch stroke. What are you talking about when you say that?
It's a shaft length.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah?
So, it's like a John stroke. Then we step up to the Logan stroke, it's 7, and I get to the 9.
All right, we're talking about the stroke and the shock. So the longer stroke, the more separation that you have to use.
Yeah, exactly. So here, you know, we've got the 5s, and they've worked out, but that was still why we still have some wheelie on this car, but we didn't ever put any weight on the front of this car or anything. We just made this car work with what it had.
Yep. True stock suspension.
Yes, true stock suspension, and the car worked great. You know, we could have probably strapped some weight on it and tested with it some, and really got after it even harder. But you know, hey, the car worked great. It ran good for what it was, and I mean, it's pretty much the same combination. We're just changing up a few little things.
Yep. So we're still all steel, all glass, stock suspension, 8.2 deck, and I mean, it's just, I mean, really, you can put it
on a diet, and
yeah.
we'll be able to make a little more power.
Alcohol. Well, here's the thing. This was the only car that we run on gasoline. It ran on Q16. I will just say, just from my experience of buying a drum of alcohol, it's like $200. Buying a drum of Q16, you're dropping $1,000.
Oh, yeah.
So that's really not appealing every time you go to get fuel. Now, the consumption of it is a lot slower than alcohol, but we keep a 55-gallon drum in the trailer,
yeah.
so it's no big deal.
And now, I mean, everything we have is pretty much on either methanol or E85.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot easier that way, because really this is the only reason we're keeping barrels.
Yep.
You know, around.
So walk me through here what you got done as far as turbo kit wise, what you have done to the car, what you have mounted, any brackets you've made, and kind of walk me through what you did
mainly,
here.
what I've done is I cut all the radiator stuff off, all the tabs, the brackets and stuff for it are all taken. Pretty much just clean that up, because we'll pull all this stuff back off and repaint all of it once we get it squared away. Chris wanted the turbo a little more forward facing.
Yep.
I mean, it's still street legal stuff. It's behind the bumper. It's 2 inches back behind.
No hole cut out.
Yeah, there's no hole cut out. And actually, I mean, I could make a restrictor and close that off and still be fine. But so mainly just cleaned it up. Mounted the turbo. It's actually got a mount point here.
So that's a T6 flange that you have mounted on a pedestal.
Yeah, it's a T6.
Very similar to what you did on the Black Sheep, which is good because you're not hanging a big ass turbo off the turbo kit.
Yeah, and the good thing here is if let's say you've got to pull the hot side or whatever, you can leave the turbo, or if you want to, you know, just leave the turbo to cold side, you got to pull the hot side off, do something, you can. You know, we can unbolt it, slide it out, and everything will stay where it's at, which makes it easier, just working on it and maintaining it and stuff. So that's why I usually mount them like that. I make them bolt in, so everything's a lot easier instead of just trying to hang it off the cold side and the hot side, man. I don't trust them that much. But,
okay. So you got the turbo mounted up there on its T6 flange on the pedestal.
Turbo's mounted up. Cold side is completely done. Blow-off valves in. Everything's welded out.
So dual V-bands on that.
Yes, dual.
A lot of people question. They say, "Can you run 2 V-bands?" Yeah. You'll hear on the blower stuff, you gotta have like one free moving area. Like that one, I got a Vanja clamp on it.
Yeah.
But
those are awesome. Now I will say I do like those, and we could still go that route with this one.
We've had no issues with the double V-bands.
Yeah, I mean, we drove it around.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, car wash everywhere and never had an issue. Me personally, I haven't had issues with them. I'm not saying they won't break. In my situation, every car I've done, I've never had a V-brand break. So,
fingers crossed. Don't jinx us now, Jason.
So this will be the one that breaks on me. But no, the cold side's done. Hot side is starting. What I want to do is go back out to the hole that it was in. So just redoing the 5-inch. Put the O2 will sit about right here in it. Reason I'm going ahead and running the exhaust side, because I'm limited on space on where I could go with it, you know, with the turning radius and everything. So once I get this, it's a lot easier to kind of take my hot side and work it around it. That way I'm not in any kind of situation.
So we got a set of forward-facing headers.
Yeah, it's the same stuff. So I mean, you know, all that stuff was able to stay where it's at. I mean, it's the same motor. There's no wider, no nothing. None of that's changed. You know, all this is the same. All I done was took everything off the front side.
Yep.
And just redone it.
So cold side, as you can see, is pretty short. Hot side will be very compact as well. Unlike the Black Sheep, we're going to run 2 wastegates, which is, I'd say, more common practice. We've had no issues with boost creep or anything on that. We've been able to control boost down low very good. I mean, we can leave on 4 pounds, 2 pounds, whatever we need. Yeah. Common practice is to run a wastegate per each bank. So that's what we're going to do on this side, just because we got them here. Might as well use them.
We're going to do it similar to what I did cornbread setup. I'm going to take them and tie them in right there and just sweep the wastegates out, and they'll be side by side.
Pointing down. Awesome.
With no pipe.
So you've been putting in work. You got the exhaust almost run, and you're going to reuse some of the crazy pie cut aluminum exhaust tip that was on here before.
We don't have any tight radius stuff in stock. So I mean, it's worked this long, so I might as well tie it back into it. You know.
Awesome.
We have it here, so yeah. I mean, tomorrow. By tomorrow afternoon, we'll have a complete turbo system done on this thing.
Awesome. Well, 8.2 deck nasty's coming back to life. I told him we got 9.5 deck nasty here with the Corvette. So I mean,
It's ready to go. Too.
yeah, Corvette's ready to go to be tested. You did all your work on that. I think 2 days ago that video came out. The BPF magic on that. Now new turbo kit for the Bad Apple here. You got a lot of stuff to do. You're doing a turbo kit on this SSR. You're doing a turbo kit on Wes's G-body. You're helping me. You're helping me. You're helping me finish the zoomies. I got to put the O2 sensor on the zoomies, and then we're good to go. And I think everything else on Chris's vet. Ben over here in BDE. Look at his shirt. You guys can get that shirt on the website and get entered to win the Turbo Ranger. What are you doing? Run some wiring over here?
Yeah, I'm trying to the interior and everything.
Just built a pedal for it, all that fun stuff. And go over here to the damn Colorado. We got this massive burst panel set up on there right now. So we're gonna get our elbow and we'll be sitting high, looking nice. TCAM Performance, hit them up. They make these custom burst panel, whether you need a 4500 or 4150. Anything that's gonna have alcohol or fuel sprayed before the injectors, I definitely recommend 100% you should run these. If not, it's even good practice to run any backfire. You can pop it out of there, and you'll be living to race another day, opposed to breaking the intake or doing something like that, popping injectors out the rails and spraying fuel everywhere. So it's definitely safe. TCAM Performance, they can make whatever you need. So call them and let them know if you're looking for a burst panel. This one right here, I'm running it backwards. They generally run this out the front, but I'm getting a chimney for it. So I'm going to get TCAM engraved on that side. So hit them up. They're also doing a dyno giveaway. So I got to give my boys at TCAM a plug. They always take care of us. Right now, if you go to their website, which I'll put up on the screen, you can go and get entered. All you have to do is buy any merchandise, shirt, or hat, and you automatically get entered to win a dyno experience. Kevin Mullins Tuning, whether it's the hub dyno or chassis dyno, will get you on the rollers at TCAM. So go and check them out. So we got a lot of stuff going on here. A lot of builds coming along. Hopefully they all finish up at one time. Logan, are you ready to go put the motor back in the Black Sheep?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do it.
Let's go.
God, you've been working hard. Your damn arm's getting those stripes on it again.
If you understand, you know.